So Cell and Molecular Biology, or CELS191, is a fundamental biology course. It's aimed at first year students in their first semester of university and caters for up to 2,000 students. We cover a diverse range of topics from cell biology right through to genetics and microbiology. So as such, students come from all sorts of different pathways to our course. So it is a really diverse cohort of students. We have students that are just coming straight out of high school, we have international students, and we have students that are returning to university after a few years away. So our biggest job is trying to break down barriers between staff and students and really meet students where they need support. We have a range of resources that have been developed in order to help students tackle challenging topics, exam questions, tackle misconceptions. We've got worksheets that provide formative feedback, and we foster links with a lot of support groups around university. So our priority learners, our Māori a Pacifica, our socioeconomic groups, disability students, and also groups like our locals program, which are students that aren't living in residential colleges.
The reason we really want students to feel part of the community is that by engaging, they're going to be more interested in the course, and by being more interested in the course, they're going to achieve to a higher level of potential and a higher level of success. So one of the ways that we do this is to have weekly announcements where we'll post online what the students will be doing that week in terms of the labs, in terms of the lectures, in terms of assessments, maybe some little anecdotes about what's happening in their life as well, so they start to feel part of a larger community.
The transition is really challenging. So these students are coming from a high school environment where it's teacher-led, there's about 30 students in their class, to being one in a sea of 2,000. So it's recognising the challenges that presents, recognising that our job is not just to teach academic content, it's pastoral support and teaching them skills like note-taking, time management. And so we've taken a number of approaches to try and tackle these challenges. One of them is really trying to align language and expectations between our students and our lecturers. NCEA has very clear languages and definitions which are quite different to what perhaps our lecturers might have had in the past.
Our own data from our paper shows that non-engagement early on in the paper can lead to some negative outcomes for our students. So we closely monitor our students' engagement, and we look at any students who aren't actively engaging with our learning management system in the first week or 2 weeks, or those that aren't attending our very first lab. For those students, we provide a nudge, so this comes in the form of communication, often very direct, a phone call. How are you? How are you doing? How can we help? Often we find that it's IT issues or just general overwhelm with university life, but it's really important that that initial nudge is pastoral and shows that we care and forms that connection with our students.
We also have a special group called New to Biology, and this is really targeted at more mature students or anyone who doesn't have a biology background. These students, especially the mature students, will often have different priorities than our recent school leavers.
I felt really supported, so like as a mature student who had no prior tertiary education or education in biology, felt like right from the get-go I was supported by a team that took me in and kind of set me up with a new to bio program, and kind of got to meet other mature students, and they really sort of fostered all. You can always sort of go in, have a chat to them, and you always sort of feel confident asking any sort of question you want.
I was really nervous because biology to me was my weakest subject, but there was so much support available to the point where I ended up excelling in CELS191 and ended up getting into medicine.
They're always trying something new, they're always wanting to improve, have ideas about how to improve student engagement, how to capture students early that are struggling, perhaps how to make sure the environment that they have, the students find approachable and things. So I think it's that idea of continual innovation and improvement over time that really comes across.
The benefits of working in our team is that every person in our team has different strengths. We all trust in each other. We all have the same student-centric approach at the heart of it. Working in this team allows us to actually indulge these different passions, but we also all have a voice within our paper. And a lot of this comes from amazing leadership in the form of Lisa.